Hello everyone, my name is Michael and I am speaking to you from the verse. Now if you do not know what the verse is, I encourage you to go to my website at rewritingtheverse.com, and there you will find out all the information that I know about the verse. There's many written updates on there, as well as all the YouTube channel videos that I have. So please go to that to find out more information. I am also a past life regressionist, and I do rewrites, which is I have the ability to, after doing the regression, go back and rewrite the outcomes for higher level results, both at that time and in the current life. So please, again, check out my website if you're interested in something like that. So this video is specifically connected to the upcoming 12/12 portal. And today is 12/6 of 2019, so it's only 6 days away. And I wanted to share briefly what I have gleaned, what information I've gleaned about this upcoming portal and its importance. And because I'm a past life regressionist, tonight I also specifically did a past life regression connected to this upcoming portal and whatever the collective needed to know to help them energetically through this. So if you are interested in finding out the specifics of that past life regression, I am posting that at the same time that I'm posting this, and you can go and check that out. It will be on my website, or you can just look under Rewriting the Verse, on YouTube, and it'll be one of my most recent posts. So 12/12 2019. This is the last major portal of the decade, of the year. And I have been tracking specifically the portals from 8/8, 9/9, 10/10, 11/11, and now 12/12 of this year. And I have been informed that all of these have been leading up to something so massive, so big. This is way more than just a, yay, the end of this decade portal. This is the end of a soul cycle. This gateway, which, yes, it opens on 12/12. At 12:12 a.m., I believe, is when it will first open, but it stays open through 12/21. That is the day it closes, and my understanding, that is the end of this entire soul cycle. It is a completion date on every level, but this window between those dates is a portal of massive proportions. We are in an ascension cycle right now. And if you're into this conversation at all, you have felt it, at least since the summer, if not, before that. Every month has really been a ratcheting up to this point. Now, my understanding is, what I've been told, is this is actually the energy that we were told that 12/21/2012 was supposed to hold. Now, I'm not going to say we were given disinformation purposely or not, because I really don't know, and I don't think it matters at this point. It may have been true before. It definitely wasn't true by the time 2012 came along. If any of you were like me and were anticipating that date, it sure had no energy around it, and I saw no significant shift around it, other than a lot of disappointment from people. So this is the portal. This is the end of the Mayan calendar that they were referring to. This is where everything changes, where we complete one cycle and begin anew. Now, I actually heard somebody say the term super cycle recently, and I feel like that's a really good description of what we're about to step into. We're going into some sort of super cycle that is off the charts, that we have never experienced before, ever. And I've done past life regressions. And I can see way as far as back as I need to. I don't believe we have ever been at this gateway before. And in fact, the past life regression I did connected to this portal actually showed that we had actually missed our last portal about 1800 years ago, this opportunity was there. And, well, actually not this opportunity, a previous portal's opportunity was there that was not met. Didn't meet the threshold to get over it. And only in this past life regression that I did right now to heal that, did we actually get through that portal in that lifetime. So I'm like, yeah, we got through the portal. And then they're like, hold on. And that was that portal. We're about to go through another one, a bigger one. But we couldn't have made it through that one unless the previous one had been, gone through. So very significant. And I had some surprises tonight like that. Oh, just healed that portal. Now we're ready. Now, only now do we have the capacity to break through, get to high enough threshold for this next one. And it's a big gap still, even though I just healed that. We only have 6 days, but now we're at least untethered to that old situation. So now we can lift. And I do feel like it's going to require some flying, quite honestly, elevation like we've never had before to reach the threshold for this, but now it's possible. And what I'm aware of is that the twin flame, divine masculine, divine feminine, ways of relating are all connected to moving us through these thresholds. Especially since the 8-8, I believe we've been working on our connections with those other halves of ourselves as the main drive to get us through these portals. And we're here again now. What I learned from this last past life that I just did, it required a certain level of knowing of who the other person was for each other. A mixture of knowing and a mixture of having a divine purpose in awareness. And my understanding now is that one of us holds the knowing that yes, we're supposed to be with this other person. It's just a matter of them figuring it out. And then the other person is the actual one that holds maybe more of the key of the purpose of why they're here and why we're here. And only when we come together do we see the full picture, and now everything makes sense. But up until then, there were all these holes. And how can you powerfully move forward in a choice when you only have half or less of the picture? It really does require faith at that point. Even the most spiritual people, even back in that past life regression, I do encourage you to go watch it. We were talking about very spiritually high level people. And even they had difficulty having faith with so little information. But only when they finally surrendered were they able to get the full view. That's where we're at right now. There's so much that has to be surrendered right now. So much to just, if you don't know for sure, if something is the way it is, then do what you can to get the full picture. Don't ignore it. Don't pretend it's not there. Don't let fear stop you. Now it's about sharing the information that you have, and if it lines up with the other person, the doors will really swing open. And that's what I saw just in this last past life regression. I'm not even 100% sure what's going to happen with this one, but I do know that had to be cleared, and that we do have to have a certain level of connection with our other halves for things to continue. Without that, we're not going to be able to manifest much more than what we can with only half the information. So it's really imperative that people find and connect with their other halves, even if it's only spiritually. Being physically together is not a requirement. Spiritually, that connection is where the energy can still be shared and apparently get the lift needed to get through the 1212 gate. So I wish I had a little bit more information about what we may need to do between now and 1212, and if I get that information and I need to share it, I will. But for now, you need to understand that letting fear stop you from doing anything right now works against us all, since we are all one collective now. Ever since the 1010 gate, we move through that as one collective being, and we're still that. So just one person doing something is not going to get everybody through. We need to have at least a certain amount of people consciously working at it, and there's going to be many that will be subconsciously working at it. This is an exciting time, and I can't tell you I have any clue about what's waiting for us on the other side, except for me, my knowing as of this week is that I can't manifest powerfully in what we're leaving behind. I consciously wanted to get into this new space because I knew it was made very clear that I had no fertile ground in which to build anything. But now, even since I opened this gate a few hours ago, or not the gate, but did this past life regression rewrite, I've had many synchronicities since then. To me, that's evidence that something has moved and will continue to move. And I do know that we're on track now to make it through this 1212 gate. We do have to continue to do the work, though, and not sit back and think it's handled, because it's never handled. But I'm so glad that we now have the opportunity, because I do know if you have also felt like I have, around November 19th, give or take some days in there, I think many of us hit brick walls, hit really hard things that were brought up to the surface that felt catastrophic. I know I did. Well, I think what we're feeling is how many times we have hit this wall and failed. Well, actually hit the last wall, the last portal. We couldn't even make it through the last portal. Okay, we never got to this point because we never made it through. How many times we hit that wall, which was catastrophic. Lives have been lost, everything. Well, we got through that. Yay, check that off the to-do list. But now, now it's time to go through the biggie. And we have huge things waiting on the other side in 2020 for things to manifest out of that. But we've got to get there first. So please, share this with anybody that you know that can hear this story. Whether it's true or not doesn't really matter, right? You can believe it or not believe it. I'm just showing what I'm shown, and I'm sharing it with you. Doesn't matter whether or not you believe it really happened. But if this resonates for you, that's all that matters. So, if I get more information this week, I will let you all know. If not, I will see you on the other side of the gate. Bye.